Three things cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Buddha said that. My highest obligation is to the truth. I think I heard that from Picard, Captain Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation, Gene Roddenberry. So I've been telling you a fictional story last few months, and I've been portraying myself as the main character in the story about a class this character is taking in a college called Phoenix Academy. And the story has no characters in the story or anything going on in the story has any basis on actual true events. So you know that my communication was restricted by the professor Dolores Chatsworth. Now Dolores, the professor, I posted the Zeke show in the discussion board of the school before the class even began, and Dolores shut down the discussion board. She found out what it is. She forbade me from discussing it, mentioning it in class. Any attempt to discuss anything about it in class, she forbade me from discussing with my classmates. She forbade me from discussing the contents of it in my written assignment. And then, so I found that hard to do because the written assignment, the point of the written assignment was that three most important goals in our lives, and this is the most important thing in my life. And I found it hard not to discuss it, especially when there were class sessions which were discussing this paper, and there was discussion in that class session that I had to participate in to get points, to get credit for the class participation. And I couldn't talk about the most important thing in my life when that was the matter we were supposed to discuss. I was supposed to discuss that, and I couldn't discuss it. I was prevented from discussing it. There's a vision board we had to do. I couldn't put that front and center. I couldn't mention it in my vision board, so I didn't. It was 25 points extra credit. I didn't get it because I was not able to get myself to do it. Because anything I had to do, put on that vision board, had to be a lie. Because if it was the most important thing in my life is the Zeke show, and I wasn't able to put it on. I had to put something else on there that wasn't the Zeke show, and that would be a lie. I wasn't able to get myself to do that. Okay? Now we're having and also the reason she gave for this restriction was that the Zeke show me mentioning the Zeke show to the class is self-promotion. She had to protect the class from that, and also that the content of the Zeke show, there was offensive stuff on there, some of it sexual, discussion of sexual matters, and then also there was this idea that the psychologist should not discuss personal stuff publicly. This discussion that psychologists shouldn't tell, a therapist shouldn't tell also the client, the therapy client, anything private, but that was clear, and there was no relevance to the situation because I don't have therapy clients. The Zeke show isn't addressed to therapy clients, so I thought that was indication of a failure of reasoning because it just didn't apply to the situation. I don't think that should have been used as a reason to restrict my communication, but it was, and it was of no relevance whatsoever, and it was coming from the professor who's teaching critical thinking. The class is critical thinking. Okay, just give you background on this stuff. And then now, we've been having issue with the exams. The exams are done online. The class sessions have been held on Zoom. Campus is closed because of COVID virus. And then it's the exam is done online, and you submit it. You have any time you want in a certain period of time to start it, and you have to finish it within an hour. And you can use any resource. You can Google, you can open your book, you can ask anybody for the answers, and put in the right answers, and then submit it within an hour. And then there's been this thing that I press the button, and then I lose my opportunity to take it because then I have to take it within an hour, but that was not my intention to take it. And so I was offered a few times a chance to retake it because the professor knows I'm not cheating and I'm not, it's just an innocent mistake. And this is new technology, I'm getting used to it. It's just, it happened repeatedly because of misunderstanding, and then it just happened again, the final exam, and I honestly don't remember pressing it. And the previous time, I think it happened the previous time. It's happening repeatedly. It's a problem. It's becoming a problem. But this is the final exam. Once I submit it, this is it. This is the final thing I have to do for the class, turn in for the class, and I'll get my grade, and that's it, hopefully. And the teacher, Professor Dolores Chatsworth, emailed me and said that it appears I've done this again. This is the final time I hit the button and didn't take the test, and the computer, the app, thought that I've taken the test, so gave me a 0. So she offered me a chance to take it again. Hopefully that I get it right. I do it, and then I wrote her a letter saying my frustration with this thing that's going on. That maybe I feel maybe I'm being hacked. Maybe somebody's doing it. I don't know why it's happening. I have a thought, honestly, that someone is doing it to me. Someone is doing it intentionally. For some purpose. And I realize that thought is most probably some manifestation of paranoia. And then I thought further about it, And I got that most probably the reason this issue I was having this difficulty was because my communication was restricted. I had no way of communicating my frustration with the situation. I mentioned I'd written 4 emails to the head of the psychology department, hadn't received any response. I had written emails, left messages on the grievance department, the department where you submit a grievance you have on campus. I had gotten no response. The campus is closed, so you can't go there and look for people, talk to people. The only way you have of contacting people is email or phone. You write emails, you don't get messages, responses. You leave messages on the phone, you don't get responses. You get frustrated. I was finally able to get help from the counseling department. I talked to a counselor. The best counselor could do was send me the forms for the grievance, but another source told me I am not to take any further steps, especially filing a grievance, because the repercussions of that would mean that I could not. It would damage my academic aspirations, plans to get into grad school, to get masters and PhD in psychology. And another aspect of this was I was afraid to speak because of that particular reason. I had a friend of mine who was going to Cal State Northridge, and she was expelled permanently from the school. She's not able ever to go to CSUN because she argued with a professor about something. And that's always in the back of my mind. I don't want that to happen. I'm scared of that happening. And so I kept it to myself. What was going on? And so I believe what's happened with this test, the issue with the test, is most probably my subconscious response to having my communication restricted. It found a way to express itself through this issue that I was having. I'm now studying for that final exam, so I will be ready to take it. It has to be taken June 2nd, I think, before that. So I have to study the chapters in the book that would have the answers to the questions on that test. So I get the best answers to get a good grade in the final. I'm there for the class. I always like to do this. Beautiful scenery. I have to end up a video. Take a look at my surroundings. See what it is. This is what it is.